For many IT professionals, they think back to the glory days, back when business proved out the technology, and we had to wait until it basically became commoditized and the prices came down to the point we could afford it. Well, those days are a distant memory as consumerization has taken hold, and it's impacting CPA firms and business in general across the world. So what is this whole idea of consumerization? Well, it's the growing trend toward technologies emerging first in the consumer market and then spreading into business and government. That's a very broad and general statement. What's it look like for a CPA? Well, it looks very similar to what other business professionals are experiencing. But specifically what we're seeing is impacts on the use and adoption of client portals and what those portals look like. Social media is another example of it, starting in the consumer market, now starting to have some business impact within firms. And then the BYO phenomenon, whether it's bring your own device, bring your own technology, bring your own application. These are all things that firms need to be thinking about today. And if you think about what the impact is on the IT department, it's really about a shift in attitude, a shift from the old school command and control to more of a how do we enable and embrace new technologies that are brought to us. It's also forcing IT to have an increased level of agility in order to respond to the demands of the end users. If you think about the consumer market, it moves so much faster than what the typical business or the traditional business environment did. It also is affecting the procurement process. You know, back in the day, it was these are the laptops we're getting. IT will take care of procuring all of that. Now you start to get different devices coming in from different avenues. How do you deal with that? How do you support that? And what does your procurement process look like? Now, you're not alone. There are some tools available to help you manage some of these consumerization trends and forces. One of the most popular is mobile device management tools, and we're seeing a huge uptake in tools like AirWatch, Mobile Iron, Mass 360, and good technologies. Now, a lot of people ask, well, why wouldn't I just use ActiveSync, which comes with Exchange? Well, the reason is you get a lot more sophistication, a lot more control, and the ability to manage and separate out the personal side of devices versus the professional side. The other tool that I think is getting a lot of traction is around Lean Six Sigma process improvement. And certainly if you aren't familiar with what that is, I would encourage you to do a little reading on the whole concept of Lean Six Sigma, and specifically in professional services firms. So what does all this mean to you? Well, I'd say this trend is here to stay. It's not just a fad that's going away, and it's impacting the role of IT professionals in a pretty dramatic way. And those that embrace it will thrive, and frankly, those that resist will risk obsolescence. So I certainly encourage you to shift your mindset from the command and control and really open your minds to more of an embrace, enable mindset as you look at the consumerization trend.